some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Caleb going to throw right away.
And his first look is incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense.
They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Cards will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He's to the 15.
And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Bunch. Shift. Easy, Cuervo. Coach. I know sauce. 2-2.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Cardinals at 500, sitting at 5-5. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Green.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Who you got? Hey. 2-2.
To throw is Murray. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans who tell the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
49-yard line.
Hey, volunteer. Campbell.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Looking deep downfield. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. Luther Burden, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. But the crowd goes first, do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
At the 36-yard line.
Shift. Omar.
To throw, it's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
first down carry for Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Buzz. Hey, Ace.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. It's Murray. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Chicago.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Play action. Now Williams. A short throw there pulled in by all.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Now he's going to step up and run.
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A great play there.
With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
His kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Cardinals nothing.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, Ace, Ace. Hey, hold on.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Dancing, shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Big Ace, Big Ace.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What is up? Vegas, Vegas. Yes. Watch scores.
To the air, Williams. Oh, Dorsey wide open. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
And that's going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're out in the
and oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Bears are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Coach.
Again, it's Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Murray.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Omaha.
Now Murray.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Murray again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
Barkley inside handoff. And Barkley did not get there. But I guess guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Ace.
Murray now.
With the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Murray.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Pass complete there to Harrison.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Buzz. Hey. Deuce.
Murray now to throw. And a completion to Wilson. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
That's another Cardinals first down.
Omaha.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come back. 2.
Murray to air it out again. Open man right side is Sharp. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Big Ace. Easy. Cuervo. No sauce. Deuce. Easy. Big Ace.
Murray going to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Who you got?
Here's Murray. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this 35-0 now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
To throw, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harrison. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
It's fourth down.
Omaha, Omaha.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's first and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
What you got?
Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And now here's another interception.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Williams from the gun on third down. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Murray. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
18. That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Swim. Oh, hit. 2-2.
Now Murray. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Murray, one final try. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head